Huge couple of weeks for GOP presidential hopeful Herman Cain. The businessman doing very well in the debates, winning an important straw poll in Florida and other polls, actually, and now soaring in the national polls. Tied for the top spot with Mitt Romney in a new CBS poll. Look at that. Followed by Rick Perry and Newt Gingrich. Mr. Cain was asked about it on last night's Red Eye. Watch this.
Once people get on the Cain train, they don't get off.
That's true.
And I love George Will's statement. When I won that Florida straw poll, he said when Herman Cain won that Florida straw poll against conventional wisdom, liberals' brains exploded.
Yeah, that's true.
And they did.
It was like microwave popcorn, one every 2 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so what has happened is when people get on that train, they know that I have substance because I present solutions. I present answers. That's what's appealing to people.
Well, Red Eye's Greg Gutfeld says Cain is taken off like a comet made of pizza. So why then are a number of media outlets starting to suggest that his campaign is not serious? Many people have said that. Syndicated radio show hosts Leslie Marshall and Lars Larson join me now. Leslie's also a Fox News contributor. Why is that? Why do so many people say he's got no chance, Lars?
Well, Megan, because you work at Fox News, you're not privy to this, but there's a secret liberal style book for journalists that says black men or black women cannot be successful candidates.
I got to
stop
you there. I got to stop you there. I got to stop you there because I've heard our own Bill O'Reilly suggest that Cain has no chance.
Well, Bill's a populist. I mean, I don't even want to get into Bill, but the fact is, Cain is able. He's actually got a great plan. I don't agree with all of his ideas, but the man is genuine and he's got a track record. And the fact that he hasn't been in government, I think that resonates with a lot of us who think that government on both sides has screwed things up in this country and we need some real change, not this having $500 million to your political cronies kind of change that Obama brought us.
I don't get it, Leslie. You know, his momentum is climbing. It happened in the last election, last presidential election, that the front runners fell down and McCain rose up and wound up getting the nomination. Why? Why are so many so dismissive of Herman Cain's chances?
Well, I honestly, and I'm one of the liberals, and I have my brain to Greg, who you know I love you, buddy. But and Lars, I got to tell you, we elected an African American. In case you haven't noticed, Barack Obama is a black man. But all of that aside, I think it's very normal. Even in the past couple of months. What does it come down to? It's come down to, everybody has said, a two-man race between Romney and Perry. The debates changed all of that. And I don't think that the mainstream media was ignoring Herman Cain any more than they were ignoring Rick Santorum or Newt Gingrich. I think it's just now, it's sort of like, wow, he's at the top of the charts. He's in the top 3. All right, but
as opposed to it being a liberal bias or a conservative bias, let me ask you whether it is some missteps that the candidate himself has made early on in his campaign. Now, he is not a seasoned politician. He's the first to admit that. And he has made some statements. He suggested that he wouldn't appoint Muslims to his cabinet as president. Then he backed off of that. He's made some real missteps in talking about the Middle East, and then has been open about saying, look, I got to be honest, I didn't know that much about it. I'm studying up. I'm not a career politician who's done all this, but I'm honest and I can fix the job situation. But to what extent does that play in here, Lars?
Well, the fact is that he did make some missteps, and a lot of us took him to task for it. But what we really need in the White House is a good decision maker. And the president has shown his inability to make decisions. Cain is a man who's moved from, a soda pop company to a pizza company. The fact is, if you've got a guy who can make good decisions, you can study up on the issues. And frankly, every president is backed up by experts in particular fields, whether it's energy or foreign policy. I think that Cain is a terrific candidate. Now, will he be the nominee? I don't know. But I've been a big enthusiast about him because he makes good decisions.
Leslie,
and he can actually communicate a message.
Back on the media coverage issue, because it is interesting why, under other circumstances, he might be a darling of the media, right? I mean, he's come from a very poor background, very modest, I should say, very modest background, self-made man, Godfather Pizza. He winds up becoming a rocket scientist, literally a rocket scientist, and successful businessman, American dream. He is a person of color. Why isn't he being embraced more, his narrative being embraced more? Could it be, as Lars suggests, Leslie, that some in the mainstream media think he's a conservative? I don't want to cover that.
No, I don't think it's they don't want to cover it. As a matter of fact, I want to see him on that platform because I know he's going to lose. His 999 plan makes me want to call 911. I think, quite frankly, he's not going to be embraced. No conservative is going to be embraced by us on the left, and nobody on the left is going to be embraced on the right. That's just politics. And to me, I would agree with you, Megan. He is the American dream, much like Bill Clinton was or Jimmy Carter. And I don't just say that because they're Democrats. But the bottom line is, when you say they don't take him seriously, he wasn't very serious. Remember, he himself said, "I'm here for comic relief." And he's pushing that book. So a lot of people said, wait a minute, is this guy serious, or does he just want to run to get his name out there on the radar and become a bigger fixture maybe for next time around?
Quick final word, Lars.
Megan, the best comparison is to Sarah Palin. If you put a D in front of Sarah Palin's name, a successful politician, mother, family, marriage, business, the D's would have loved her. Put an R in front of her name, and she's evil incarnate. They're doing the same thing to Herman Cain.
All right, Leslie clearly disagrees, but we'll have to leave it there. You guys, thanks both to both of you so much.
Thanks.
Well, explosive evidence in the